So Candace Owens was recently in an interview with Ray J, I believe, and Ray J has this newfound information. And when you hear him explaining it in this clip we're getting ready to see, you can tell that it you can tell that there's confusion. And as I know, where there's confusion, there's every evil work. That's just what we know, man. I want to show you this clip where Ray J is trying to explain to Candace Owens what it is to be a transgender, specifically a transgender woman, and what's the difference between the two. It's shocking to literally watch someone firsthand be like screwed with in the head, like being messed with, and you can see how he's like forcibly trying to believe what's coming out of his mouth. Oh, it hurts to watch, but we're gonna get into it. Here we go.
You believe that Danielle is a woman. You believe that I am a woman.
I believe, like she said,
Yeah.
she's a woman.
Okay.
And she made it very clear that they understand the difference. But if
What
someone
is the difference? That's what I'd like you to answer, AJ. Ray J.
what is the difference? Well, I would say what's the difference is what you have, like what's on you. You know what I mean? Um, and there is really no difference but what your preference is outside of work, outside of us coming together and doing what we need to do to finish the goal at hand.
No, but what?
Okay. We're gonna keep it going. We're gonna keep it going. But I cannot be the only one. I watched this clip a couple of times, but it didn't really dawn onto me until right now that I really paid attention to, like, word for word what his response was. And I'm gonna run it back. He said absolutely nothing. That was straight gibberish. And what's interesting is that you can, and I'm gonna go back, far enough. What's interesting is that you'll see that Candace Owens she asks him, like, what's the difference then? Like, what's the difference between us? Is there a difference between me, a woman, and this person here that you're saying is transgender woman? She calls his name out, Ray J, Ray, like, because he keeps looking over to the transgender woman, and he keeps trying to find the words to say, but she's just trying to get him to truly tell me, what do you feel? What do you really feel about this? Because it's very easy to be politically correct. Oh, absolutely it is. I could take this entire channel, I can do any video that I do and decide to be politically correct. But I don't think I would get the real message out there. I don't think I would really be being transparent with you guys. You see what I'm saying? So it's just it's very interesting. But we're gonna run it back and pay attention to how lost it is. He wasn't really giving his response. He's too busy focused on trying to be politically correct. But I think this is what true indoctrination looks like. Let's do this again.
The difference, but if
What
someone
is the difference? That's what I'd like you to answer, AJ. Ray J.
what is the difference? Well, I would say what's the difference is what you have, like what's on you. You know what I mean? Um, and there is really no difference but what your preference is outside of work, outside of us coming together and doing what we need to do to finish the goal at hand.
No, but what is the difference between me and Danielle?
She's a woman and you're a
And the biology.
biological woman. Is that the word? Yeah, because getting educated every day on it, right?
Right, asked a lot of
But
questions.
you're getting educated on speech rather than being educated on what you know to be right and
Well,
wrong.
no, I know. Well, not right and wrong. I just know what's the difference.
So if you have to differentiate, and I'm glad that you are, because I do think that that's much more respectful than where a lot of people are coming from, who self-identify as. But if you have to delineate, if you have to say I'm a woman and Candace is a woman, then that necessarily means that we are not the same, right? We are something different.
I think everybody is different.
That's when I think it was pretty clear how Candace put it there. Because with this community, what's going on is that the reality of it is that a lot of them need, number one, Jesus, and I don't mean that in a joking way. But number two, also some of them could probably benefit from therapy. A lot of people would say that this is mental illness. People who go through these type of transformations and things of that nature. And I think that's exactly what Candace Owens is trying to point out here. It's kind of like, look, like you guys are getting educated because people say, oh, you guys need to educate. We need to include this. Get educated on it. You guys don't know. Okay, well, when people try to get educated in this topic, including me, because I actually have been interested enough to try to say, hey, let me figure out what's going on over here. So you know what I mean? So that way I can know why people are changing themselves and all. But the consensus is no one has an answer. Every time, I believe, in what I've seen, when people try to get information on this type of an issue, no one has a direct, tangible answer that we can hold on to get some good understanding. I mean, Candace Owens asked a bunch of direct questions. They couldn't differentiate between a biological woman, as they say, and a trans woman. Ray J went on to say that it depends on what you have, but most trans women still have what they have. Not all of them go through the extensive surgery. So is there even a different name for those people that go through even more extensive surgery? So the questions never end because we're never getting to a logical answer on that end. And that's the problem with this, man. It's just sad because even after that, then their response, kind of like Ray J said, like, bro, like, I think everyone's different. Well, yeah, everyone is different in their own way, so to speak. But when it comes down to genders, it's how can we make something up that's not here? Come on, guys. I need some understanding on that. I need help understanding that. How is this like something that we have to discuss in today's time? Like, how are we doing this? Like, why is this even a thing? There's man, there's woman. There's nothing else. If you don't want to be a man, you were born a man. You don't want to be a man? I don't know what to tell you. You were born a woman. You don't want to be a woman? I don't know what to tell you. I guess the only thing you can do is just not want to be it, but you're going to be it forever. It just is what it is. There's no changing it. Even if you go through the mutilation that they allow people to go through, even at such young ages these days, you can go through that, but you didn't change. You're still a woman or you're still a man. It just is what it is. All you did was destroy yourself. You're a destroyed person, and you did it to yourself. Why? Why? I don't know what else to tell you. There's men, there's women. That's all there is to it. There's dogs and cats. If you don't want to be a part of humankind, I guess go be a dog or be a cat. But even with dogs, there's boy dogs, there's girl dogs. What are we going to start having transgender dogs? Like, you got to really think about how crazy and far off this is. We are the only species, we are the only particular group that is creating things that don't exist, just making things up. There's no transgender puppies walking around. You see what I'm saying? I've never seen I don't know, a transgender dog. I've never seen that. You tell me. So it's just crazy to think that after all this time, this is even still a conversation. This is even still something that people are trying to educate people on. And you just hear how confused and lost he is, and he can't answer anything. The only thing that he can do is say the right things And that's all that I feel, that when they say get an understanding, you just want me to be trained up in a way that I say the right things publicly so I don't offend your group of people. Nah, nah. You got to give me something sound. You got to give me something logical. And logically, in this interview that you see, and I'll run it back one more good time so you can really just see how everything was fumbled here. Ray J just he looks like he just got accepted into, like how people look when they get accepted into a cult and they really don't know what they're in and they don't really know what they're involved in, but they're just saying things and they're just piecing things together from what they know, but when they put it together it just sounds like mumbo jumbo. That's exactly what this looks like, man. But it's just sad to see that this has become our reality. And there's nothing I can say to like stop it there, because it's something that shouldn't have even started. Actually, I'll go further and say it's something that hasn't even started. You can't start something that doesn't exist. There's only man and there's only woman. Show me your birth certificate. Show me your birth certificate. When you were born, for people who try to say they were born that way, when the doctor delivered you from your mother's womb, the doctor said one of two things: congratulations, it's a boy. Congratulations, it's a girl. Didn't say congratulations, you have a transgender. Congratulations, you have a zer. Congratulations, here's a zix. Congratulations, it's a thou. No, didn't happen that way. Didn't happen that way. Let's run this back so you can see this mumbo jumbo, man, and let's get out of here. Here we go.
You believe that Danielle is a woman. You believe that I am a woman.
I believe, like she said,
Yeah.
she's a woman.
Okay.
And she made it very clear that they understand the difference. But if
What
someone like,
is the difference? That's what I'd like you to answer, AJ. Ray J.
what is the difference? Well, I would say what's the difference is what you have, like what's on you. You know what I mean? And there is really no difference but what your preference is outside of work, outside of us coming together and doing what we need to do to finish the goal at hand.
No, but what is the difference between me and Danielle?
She's a woman and you're a
And the biology.
biological woman. Is that the word? Yeah, because I'm getting educated every day on it, right?
Ray asked a lot of
But
questions.
you're getting educated on speech rather than being educated on what you know to be right and
Well,
wrong.
no, I know. Well, not right and wrong. I just know what's the difference.
So if you have to differentiate, and I'm glad that you are, because I do think that that's much more respectful than where a lot of people are coming from, who self-identify as. But if you have to delineate, if you have to say I'm a woman and Candace is a woman, then that necessarily means that we are not the same, right? We are something different.
I think everybody is different.
Listening to respond instead of listening to receive. And they don't want to listen to learn, but people will definitely listen to respond. That's when people want to just be stuck in their ways, man. But what do they used to say? Stuck on stupid? I think that's what we might have here. That's all I got for you guys, man. I'm going to get out of here. To the next one, y'all. I'm out.